Welcome to 24 Hour Sports. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're watching this video, you got the same question I have right now. How did the Kansas City Chiefs manage to beat the Cincinnati Bengals with Patrick Mahomes playing 80% on a bum ankle, 2 starting receivers out? The defense played a masterpiece, and we're going to show you just exactly how they did it. Let's roll the tape. First play I want to show here, Steve Spagnuolo, one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. He doesn't have the luxury of a Philadelphia Eagles defense. He doesn't have the luxury of a 49ers defense, but he makes it work. Right here, watching the 49ers a lot lately, doing film breakdowns on them, we've been seeing Tampa 2 where that linebacker gets real deep because Fred Warner can do that. Every middle linebacker can't do that. So right here, we got a different variation of cover 2. And now we're seeing those hook zones. The 2 outside linebackers, they're running, gaining depth in those hook zones. Anytime you see this ball, 2 split safeties, we got a number 2 receiver going across the middle. This is your read. Joe Burrow is throwing this with anticipation. He's not accounting for that outside linebacker being that athletic, and that's why you do it. Because he's a little more athletic, makes a play like he does right here. This is a really unorthodox look by Spagnuolo to play man coverage. If you really just look at it from the jump, you would think it's maybe his own coverage because guys aren't lined up head up. Inside nickel, playing inside leverage. But the middle linebacker who's guarding the tight end, prepare yourself for this because it's about to be mind-blowing. The middle linebacker is face guarding this tight end because we have a pressure coming off of the edge. So basically they're swapping responsibilities. Instead of an inside rusher, we got an outside rusher, and the middle linebacker is face guarding that tight end in man coverage. Why is he doing that? Because Joe Burrow, when he feels that outside pressure, it's easy to step into the pocket and throw the ball to an in-breaking route. How are you going to throw the ball to an out-breaking route when the pressure is coming off of that edge? That's elite coordination. Another play right here, this is cover 3, but I just want to point out the game plan for the Chiefs: take away the quick reads. Don't let his first read be there. Across the middle, we going to be sound. Our linebackers, we not going to fall for the... Well, first off, the Bengals didn't run the ball, so it wasn't a play-action game. We didn't really believe in that. But linebackers being in those lanes and the pass rush, look at Frank Clark. Beautiful spin move. All defensive linemen, you got to love this play. How can you not? One more thing I want to point out very quickly before I get to my homeboy and that magical offense. The Tyler Boyd getting hurt was a big difference in this game. I know a lot of Bengals fans gonna love to hear that because not a lot of people are talking about the impact that he plays. After Tyler Boyd got hurt, didn't come back in the second half, the Kansas City Chiefs basically said, we're doubling T. Higgins and we're doubling Jamar Chase. Everybody else got to make a play. That's what they did. But when you have Tyler Boyd, you can't really throw all the attention to T. Higgins because Tyler Boyd is going to win man coverage against a lot of corners in the NFL. He's a great number 3 receiver. Okay, so the Chiefs, they didn't have no running game either, all right? But right here, I think Valdez-Scantling just woke up and chose violence in this game because you're going against Mike Hilton. This ain't no scrub of a corner. This ain't somebody who can't guard. This ain't Eli Apple. But I think they underestimated his speed. You're playing cover 1, got 1 safety over the top, Mike Hilton versus Valdez-Scantling, and it's just the speed. Mahomes with the timing of his pass, the arm talent, everything. Like, that's why I say he the GOAT. If you can tell me somebody who's better than Patrick Mahomes right now, comment below. Who's better all time? Give me 5 quarterbacks all time below that are better than Patrick Mahomes right now. Right here, I'm a fan of what the Bengals try to do schematically. I like the idea of the coverage, especially against this route combination. But this is just better on better. My best against your best, and we going to win. Travis Kelce. He's running a corner route, and we see the safety in the middle of the field. He takes the in-breaking route. And because we know we get in that corner route, I'm going to send the guy who's already out there. I'm going to send that safety, let him guard that. So we taking away the corner out. That's basically the thought process. But you give him too much time. You rushing 6 and you still don't get any pressure. So all Travis Kelce has to do is turn around. Patrick Mahomes trusts him, and then he just throws the ball. He adjusts to it. Touchdown. It's really that simple. You got to hit home with the pass rush on a play like this because it's a good coverage, but you can't cover forever. I'm now announcing my free shoe giveaway where you get to pick your own. And we're announcing this giveaway at 1,000 subs to end. It's easy, and all you got to do is must be subscribed, like a video, comment free entry, and below that, put your Instagram and Facebook name and you win. First entry is free. Other entries after that are $1. Let's get to it. Let's enter. Right here, this is Joe Burrow's first interception of the game, and I think this is a bit of a miscommunication, but also a bit of a missed throw. You can't lead this route anywhere but to the sideline. It goes inside. Jalen Watson with another pick. Let's talk about these young DBs for a second. Jalen Watson, the guy who had the same one-handed pick against Trevor Lawrence. He playing some of the best football of his career right now. And Trent McDuffie, he got in his Duffy. This young secondary stepped up in this game against Joey B. And I think this is the last play right here before Steve Spagnuolo started throwing and breaking chalkboards and breaking play sheets and just ripping everything up and throwing out the entire playbook. And he said, we're going to double T. Higgins, we're going to double Jamar Chase because you can't leave them one-on-one. Right here, somebody just get head tapped. National TV, your kids watching. Jalen Watson just had a pick on T. Higgins, but T. Higgins got his get back. And then after that, threw out the playbook, doubling both of them. All right, here we got man coverage by the Bengals. Far hash safety. He's playing over the top of Kelce. Middle of the field safety. He's acting as the robber. He's jumping down on any in-breaking route across the middle. But Mike Hilton, Valdez-Scantling, they didn't give him the respect that he deserved in this game, and he made him pay. 6 catches, 116 yards. Right here, it's just a post. It's just a post. And Mahomes stepping up in the pocket, making a throw. Like, look at these angles. Look. Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT. I'm going to keep saying it throughout the video because no. And then you got to throw this ball with the same velocity that Mike Hilton can't undercut the route. How perfect of a ball is that? 1 through 10. I need somebody to rate this right now. And Valdez-Scantling versus Mike Hilton was the matchup of the game. I've shown 2 previous plays, and here we are again. They're matched up. I think this was a tough matchup for Hilton because Valdez-Scantling, he's fast and he's a bigger body. So we got one high man coverage underneath. Safety, he just doesn't. He's a good route by Valdez-Scantling, gets open, and you can also call illegal contact on this play because look at it. You see those arms wrapped around, still getting open. Mahomes, great timing, great ball, magic on this offense. Right here, this is clutch. As the game went on, Steve Spagnuolo got more exotic. The defense became more clutch. Right here, they are matching, and it's going to essentially look like they're playing man with 2 high safeties. But this is basically just a double team T. Higgins, double team Jamar Chase, like I said they were going to end up doing. And before I get to the pick by Joe Burrow, I want to break down what I mean when I say matching. These corners and these inside corners are nickels. They're relating to the receiver in the area. On the right side, we see it look a little different than it looks on the left side. The outside corner on the right side is going to ride Jamar Chase until he truly feels that he's running an inside route. Then he's going to pass that off to the nickel, allowing him to drop off into that flat route by the tight end. On the other side, it's a little different. The reason why it looks so much smoother and it doesn't look like anything's being passed off is because the route combinations are telegraphed. We know that the running back is running a flat route. He's not a vertical threat for the corner. We know the corner can also feel T. Higgins getting inside. We see the flat-footed stance, and then he feels him going up the field, and then he starts running. He's in a trail position, still has safety help over the top. Joe Burrow throws this ball, and it's the worst-case scenario. You don't expect for the safety to just magically get a hand on this and just pop into the corner's hand for an interception. You expect T. Higgins to at least get his hands on the ball or it being incompletion. Doesn't work that way. And how could this even be a Kansas City Chiefs video with me ending it without saying something about Chris Jones? On the clutchest play of the game, he shows you exactly why they had to pay him, why they had to keep him over other players on that Chiefs team. Traditionally a defensive tackle, but he's your money maker and he's your best player on defense. So when it's time to make money, he had to go get it. Lined up on the outside, defensive end over the tackle, and went and got the sack that clutched this game for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I've never done a breakdown on a punt return, a kick return, any special teams unit. But a punt return that's as special and as significant as this one right here, I just got to break it down and show how the blocks lined up. How did Sky Moore put his team in prime position to go get it? So right here, this is a called return to the left. We're doubling both of the gunners, and we got a single block on the wing. That's one of the most key blocks in this. And because the gunner on the right side takes an inside angle to this, the deeper guy in 26 can now add some help to that. And this leaves 85 running free. Now he can help and assist on this seal block to get Sky Moore to the edge. It's another seal block because we're blocking that gunner on the left side. And then we got that single block on the wing. It's all blocked up perfectly. And he gets a great return on this. Set him up to win. And now back to my homeboy, back to the GOAT. He's one of those guys you can't let the defense or special teams set him up to win and expect the other team to not lose. He got it done. On the bum ankle, like I said, we don't know how healthy the ankle was. We don't know how bad it was. But when it came time to scramble, he did it. He drew the unnecessary roughness call, and then he just got it done. Got his team home. Now they're in the Super Bowl. Who you taking for the Super Bowl? Make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you can also see my Eagles breakdown. And maybe after watching both of these videos, you will know who will win the Super Bowl.